Hey, just wanted to hop in before the video starts. This was recorded on day 102 of the Queuing for Pipeline series, and I just wanted to upload this as a separate video because I felt like it was good enough. And plus, for any of you sharing the videos, I don't want to jump scare people with a 2-hour video when they're only there for the 18 minutes, you know? But if this is your first time watching, hey, welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hey y'all, John Pipeline back at it again. I'd just like to say thank you for all the support on my commentaries. I know it's kind of like a new thing I'm doing because I'm definitely not used to this. So you definitely hear a lot of me, him and hawing like, yeah, yeah. So that's kind of just my style right now. I'm just yapping to the mic with whatever I'm thinking about. Like right now, I'm thinking about shouting out that Girardi guy that's been queuing for Doomsday for, let's see, how many days was it again? He's been queuing for 37. I think he's going to post 38 in a couple hours, but we'll see. Yeah, obviously I've been doing it longer than anyone else because I'm the gimmick starter. But at the same time, I give props where it's due. Just queuing in casual mode is already suffering enough, but making time in the day to queue for 7 or 8 hours for any map in the game, it's already suffering. So I commend anyone doing that because I know the experience of doing that every single day, unfortunately. But anyways, kind of a long queue today, weirdly enough, because I'm surprised the bot hosters haven't started their bots earlier. But you know, I guess you already find out by skipping over that, yeah, they came back again. I think it might be the same dude again, but you know, there's always a pattern with these bot names and stuff, or they're just fucking with us. Yeah, you can usually tell if it's a bot if it has 5 ping or less, or what they also do is they just skyrocket their ping up to the stratosphere just to, you know, fuck with lag bugs and all that. But that's sort of just basic bot detection, just looking at the scoreboard and seeing, oh, the entire enemy team is sniper and have 5 ping. I wonder what's going to happen. And I've also noticed that they're starting to abuse the fact that you could camp the team selection screen and they just get to control their bots from there anyway. But you might notice at the end of today's gameplay segment, quote unquote, that the dude picked a team as soon as I picked Hacksaw of all maps, because I just wanted to see what would happen. And looks like we went to Nightfall instead, so he gets to raid those servers instead, I guess, unless he just map votes it back to Pipeline to fuck with people. But whatever, at this point I'm already jaded enough, because doing this sort of thing for 100+ days, like, I'm not stopping this series because it's, you know, 100 days. Like, that's pushy shit. Like, have you seen the banana guy? Like, come on. But I'm gonna keep going as long as it takes, because nothing is gonna happen if people don't know what's going on. And I am showing what is going on. I am showing that one of the most popular maps in the game back in the day is fallen from grace. Like, the queue times are just abysmal. Like, no one can imagine queuing for this long for any other map, for any other game mode, or even any other game. Like I keep saying, any other game, there would be riots over this shit. And yet, we have people that defend Valve just because they made shit like Half-Life or Portal. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those games too, but at the same time, they're not the same company as they were years ago. Like, all those creative directors and teams from back in the day, they've been replaced eons ago. And now we have the teams that are behind, you know, Deadlock. And none of the original TF2 devs, they're not here, except Eric, which at this point he's long gone from any sort of standard that was set back in the day. So nowadays he's going off whatever the community wants, and what the community wants is a lot of fucking slop, unfortunately. And here's the thing, right? The community nowadays, it's not really like the players anymore. It's just whatever Twitter or Reddit says. Anything that gets popular on Reddit or Twitter, it's what goes. It's not the actual players that he listens to. It's all the drama queens that want to get the heckin' wholesome barbed wire weapon cosmetic, you know? And that's an entirely different Pandora's box right there. But like I was saying, we have people that do not respect the original conception of Team Fortress 2. Like the art style, the gameplay, like to them, anything goes because it's the silly hack game. Like who gives a fuck? It's just a silly hack game. Let's just shove whatever the fuck into it. And it doesn't help that the comics flanderize the mercs' personalities. So now it's just like anything fucking goes for Soldier. Like, oh, he's a freaking lobotomite, so he'll just wear anything on his head. Like a fucking Christmas bulb or a fucking raccoon. Like, yeah, guys, the funny banana cosmetic was totally a great idea for keeping TF2's longevity going, you know? But as I was saying, this community has been taken over by people who do not truly care about the game. Like, they just see it as their new toy to mess with. Like, I get it. The Gmod animations, the SFM animations, they're all cool. I love them even. But at the same time, it's not truly the game. Like, if you truly played the game, you would know what it was about. But unfortunately, it's starting to get all smudged up because of all the new additions that muddy the waters of, oh, what is truly TF2? Because obviously that's obviously TF2, or Embargo, that's obviously TF2, isn't it? Like, they keep muddying the definition of Team Fortress 2. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen this in multiple communities, not only Team Fortress 2. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but Fallout, and other kinds of games. Unfortunately, we got groups of people who are, for lack of a better term, fake fans that like to reinvent the game in question to suit their own vision instead of accepting the vision as is and participating in that. Like, it's very much like going into someone's clubhouse and saying, oh, I don't like how the interior walls are decorated, or, oh, I don't like the special code you guys use, or any of that. Like barging into someone's house and saying, I do not like it here, and yet I'm going to come in and change everything about this house to suit what I like about, like the fine details that I like about it, you know? Like, I love my heckin' lore, my superficial lore that somehow overwrites anything important in terms of the gameplay or the art style or anything that's worthwhile. But no, it has to be conformed into what your superficial version of the game is. And unfortunately, devs nowadays, like Fortnite or any other multiplayer shooter game, they like to conform with the mob because that's what gives them the big bucks, right? It gives them the big bucks when they start selling Mickey Minaj cosmetics or any other IP that's popular, vaguely popular, you know? And Valve started that, unfortunately, with the promotional items that we got. But I'm not saying we can't have nice things like that, but at the same time, when it's damaging the game that you're playing, it's not a good thing. But to some, it just paints you as a bigot because you can't like nice things. How dare you like the nice things that we like? Therefore, you must be a bigot. Yeah, you only know they use those superfluous words just to mark you as someone that they do not like, and therefore it's okay for them to attack you and berate you for no reason. All because of a simple disagreement. That's all it takes. And, you know, not to sound old or anything, but back in my day, whenever there was a disagreement, we shouted on the mics, and whoever was the loudest won the argument. Like, we were used to shooting the shit and just fucking around on TF2 servers and any other game server. And nowadays, it's mostly just clutching your pearls and hopefully you don't get banned if you say a naughty word. Like, there's been an attack on free speech for eons now. Like, oh boy, American politics, ooh. But there's been such an attack on free speech, especially in the gaming sector, where even recently the Team Fortress 2 classified devs, they started doing this whole verification process where, you know, some of the rules are warranted, like having an anti-cheat and making sure there's no cheaters. But at the same time, they're also imposing rules of, oh, no hate speech. Well, who gets to decide that? Because it's obviously going to be you guys, because y'all have the control over who gets verified or not. And I get there's some topics that can be spicy, for lack of a better term. But at the same time, like I said, who gets to decide who gets to say what? Because it's obviously going to be biased towards your own beliefs. And who knows how Orwellian that is. Because we can't just read your mind, you know? And then there's situations where multiple devs disagree with each other. So who knows what to do in that situation? But yeah, never let free speech die in Team Fortress 2. Because as soon as that dies, the game's gonna die. The game is all about free expression. It's all about expressing yourself through, the decals and the text chat and your voice chat and especially your gameplay. But if that gets removed, then it's just gonna make the game a whole lot less expressive. Like, you see plenty of those thumbnails of like, oh, TF2 casual, but I lost my foreskin. Those thumbnails. But if free speech was in any way hindered, like you had that one dude that wanted to ban sprays and decals because, there was some rumor going around that CP was going around, which it wasn't. He was just doing that for clicks. And even if it was real, it's already a bannable offense. So just report the offending accounts and get them the fuck out. But if free speech is any way hindered, it's just going to lower the quality of the game. So this is why you have to gatekeep your games. You gotta gatekeep them hard, otherwise you're gonna have these tourists coming in and just mucking up the place. Mucking up the definition of Team Fortress 2. And it's not like I don't want new content, but if the new content was better quality and stayed within the standards that we set eons ago, it would have been far better than what we have now. The state of the game would probably not be what it is right now, but we just have to deal with what we have right now because we can't really change the past. We can only figure out how to change the future, because right now we're in a spot where we just need to change the game. We need to change the game into our favor, where it's more player focused, where Valve doesn't just spit out 100 billion cosmetics into the game, 100 billion maps into the game as well, and just lowering the quality of the game. Like, you think the 1,000th fix for demolition is gonna help it at all? No, like, no one's playing it right now. Here's the thing, right? Some of these maps are only created just for the theme of whatever this year's slot fortress is going to happen. Like, it's only created just for the eye candy, right? It's not created by soul and passion. It's just to get your map in the game and get the money out of it. And same with the cosmetics. Like, they just want to pump out as much stuff to get a higher chance to get into the game and then earn those Valve bucks. Like, I'm sure originally it was for passion, but nowadays it just feels like they're only in it for the money, right? Like, if they really wanted to make content for this game with true soul and passion, they would have followed the guidelines that were set in the beginning. And obviously, I know Valve breaks them sometimes. Promotional items look hideous compared to other actual vanilla cosmetics, but I'm getting ahead of myself. There are standards that were clearly labeled on the workshop saying, here, actually, let's just pull it up. Let's see, what does it say right now? Let's see. So, what are some guidelines for matching TF2's art style and improving the chances of my item getting into the game? This is a tricky question we grapple with daily. I wonder why. When we started, the game followed its idealized 1950s to 60s Americana look, nothing too modern, hyper-realistic, or overly cartoony. Clearly, the art style has evolved over the years. Like, I know what you're thinking. They changed this because of the recent cosmetics, but actually I was looking it up in the Wayback Machine. This has been like this ever since 2012. So I'm not sure if there's an older screenshot or snapshot, but it looks like they were on the copium pretty early on in this stage. But here are some guidelines that you should keep in mind as you create your items. 1. Hats should maintain the personality of the characters, and some of them do not. Like, you get some cosmetics, it's like, who the fuck is this? Number 2, Team Fortress generally has realistic proportions with slightly exaggerated aspects to emphasize certain areas, which some cosmetics nowadays, you could just recolor it and you're like, oh, I'll be on the piss team. I'll be on the green team. 3, try and avoid fine surface details. No scales, skin pores, fabric textures, super detailed normals, etc. Take a look at giant size of the TF... Oh, well, they're missing a the there. Okay. Take a look at the giant size of the TF characters, hands, and imagine what they would build. Yeah. Like, what was that one cosmetic that Soldier got last year where his arms look like freaking sausage links? 4, try and use flat colors that are close to the TF color family that the base game uses. I see so many of these cosmetics break this rule. It's like, it's not this red or this blue. It's Team Fortress red and blue. You cannot be using... It can't be just vague, oh, this is red enough. or oh, this is blue enough, because there's a tried and true red and blue that everyone knows and focuses on when they're looking at teammates and enemies, and you can't fuck with that. That's part of the gameplay. Number 5, use a subtle vertical gradient and subtle ambient occlusion layers multiplied over the colors. Like, okay, whatever. But basic point is they used to give guidelines that obviously people don't follow anymore, and the standards have just been lowered and lowered and lowered every single year. Like, do not forget Smith 2021. That is a nuclear bomb site of an update. Like, we're lucky that we don't get updates like that anymore, hopefully. But at the same time, with Valve's trajectory and just low quality standards, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens again. And the only way it won't happen again is if us, the players, actually advocate for better items, better maps, better quality of life features, and most importantly, better updates. And I ain't talking about like content updates. I mean like actual bug fixing of the game. Like, this game has so many bugs, and yet it's just like we're not allowed to update the game unless it's the 3 times a year that we're allowed. Originally 2, but they had to pump more content into this game during summer, so it's like, fuck it, 3 updates a year. We must update Demolition for the 20th time this week. But like I keep saying, I just want this game to be better, most of all, because how it's going right now is just stagnating. And it's just going to make the player base shrink. It's only going to make the quality of the game shrink. It's just not a good time. And that's why I keep advocating for people to just boycott the game. Do not engage with the market. Do not engage with casual mode. Only play community servers. Only support your community servers. Like, to give Valve the attention through using casual mode, you're just proving the point that all you gotta do is do nothing, pump crap into the game, and then you just get your 7 million, 8 million, however many dollars Valve gets from TF2. It's just easy money for them, and I'm tired of it. They don't deserve the easy money that we give them. They do not deserve our patronage. They literally just sit on their ass, do the bare minimum of maintenance to keep their casino alive. Same with CS2, because that's a whole nother can of worms too. They just do it to keep their casinos alive. And God forbid they shut down the servers, otherwise, oh wait, I don't actually own anything in these games. Time to sell. Just kill the market right there. Yeah, never gonna happen. Like, anything that's gonna affect Valve's bottom line is gonna help us try to fix this game. It's gonna try to help us gain more consumer rights, so to speak. But yeah, I don't know what else to ramble on about today, but feel free to tell me anything. Like, ask me what I should cover tomorrow or whenever, and I'll be able to get to it, hopefully. But love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and hope you all have a good day.